card out, we have the King of Pentacles. We have Hermit. We have a Wands. Five of Pentacles. Five of Cups. That's all in one row. Okay. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Current energy. Our future. Okay. Tower moment. Our Priestess. Love the Seer. That's what many of you are. And lastly, the Nine of Cups. Alright. So, let's see. Okay, Spirit is saying you are in a Knight of Pentacles energy right now. Abundance of energy. And I see, okay, I hear the word abundance and energy. You have always been a King of Pentacles. But it's now, okay, you have always been in an abundant King of Pentacles energy. But that's energy. Now that energy is about to materialize in the 3D, is what I'm hearing. To go along with the new version of your lifestyle. It's all about the new you. You're going to be very abundant. I don't understand this, but I have been hearing this a lot today. It's something about a lower hand. And I still don't have the information to understand what that means. I keep hearing it's about your lower hand, and I don't understand what that means. That is very subliminal. So I don't get it yet, and I haven't gotten a download for it, but for some reason I'm hearing it now. Like, why is that a part of this reading? Something about your lower hand. I don't get it. Maybe that's something specific for some of you to maybe, I don't know, identify that this reading is for you. I don't know. You know. I just heard it's in your lower hand. It's in your lower hand. It's full of wealth. It's full of treasure. It's full of fortune and ideas. promotions, opportunities. This is the lower hand of the collective at this time. Okay, I just heard, but you are about to come forward with your lower hand to the public. That is very metaphorical. Okay. So latch on to the abundance that's coming your way. It's going to help you launch your businesses. It's going to help you launch your brands. And I heard branding. It's going to help you see about a lot of things that you've had on hold for so long that you've been wanting to latch on to and go forward in doing. I see the word opportunities. It's about time for your opportunities to come to show forth. It's about time for your opportunities to show forth. And your lower hand is going to get it all done. Okay, so I'm just going to trust spirit. I've never heard that expression before. I'm a Southern girl, and I know every region of the United States has their sayings, and have they subliminal phrases that make a lot of sense. That's probably one of them. I don't know. We do not say that where I'm from. I just kept hearing all day, it's all about your lower hand. Okay. So I'm just going to trust. Because usually when things come through that I don't necessarily understand, eventually I will get that download, or that light bulb is going to go off, and it is so going to tie in and make sense. This is just one of those moments where I'm going to have to trust that. Okay. All right. The Hermit card here. Okay, I just heard Spirit say too many downloads to count. A lot of you went in hermit mode and got some serious stuff out this past holiday season. There was a dormant stowing away for some of you in the month of November. I see October, and definitely, actually I see August, September, October, November, and definitely for December. So basically this last part of the year was a very deep hermit mode. For some of you, arguably a lot of you. And we got a lot of good downloads from those times and those moments that we spent alone. Spirit just wants you to be active. Now that you have written, I see the word system and method. Now that you have reaped the benefit of your hermit mode and you have written out all of that, now it's time to get active. And use those things, use those downloads, use those lightning bolt moments that occurred, and you wrote down the most amazing ideas. Spirit is saying it's time for you to use those. The moment is now. It is calling you to go forth and do the work. Act on those downloads, those premonitions, those ideas. I see the word fortune. I see a treasure chest. And I see a lot of rubies and pearls and jewels and coins, golden coins, nuggets, literally pouring out of it. It's ideas. It's fortunes inside your idea. Put a system and a method to it, which you did get in one of those downloads. Spirit showed you a way where you could produce content, you could produce a product, and you could put all of those things together. I saw the word combined. Do it now. It is now time to act on it. The energy. I see magnum or magnetic. Okay, I saw, it's weird when I seen it spelled. It's almost like I saw two words wanting to combine. One is magnanimous, the other one is momentum. And I also see the word magnet. It is a magnetic season. The energy is magnetic to draw in, to pull in. Okay, I see the word push and up. Okay, it's a magnetic season to draw in your desires, to draw in your desires and wants. I see the word needs, to draw in the things you desire, you want, and need, to put all of those things together in order to work for the goal. Okay, and I'm seeing the word goal. I'm seeing system and method again. It's time to get active and put all of those things into effect. I'm seeing required action. Okay, so what Spirit is showing me, those were all the downloads and the lightning bolt moments. Those were all the resources and tools that you needed. Okay? To produce your product, produce what you want. You got the glow moment of the hangman being upside down. Okay. Space Spirit is showing it to me. Wow. Okay. That was your moment. So I'm seeing the hangman part real heavy in my third eye in my mind. Here we go. This is what Spirit was doing to you in that hermit mode that you was just in. Okay. This for all those downloads. That hermit mode produced this moment for you. Spirit say all of those downloads that you got and all of those mental breakthroughs, that was the answer, that was the solution to your problem, or the answer to whatever it is, that thing that you wanted. You got the answer to it. Those were the resources and the tools that you needed to produce your product or to produce your service. The ideas inside of all of that is your fortune. But now that you have the system, now that you have the method, now that you have written down all the steps on how to do what it is you really want to do, it's time for the required action to go along with it. And that's where your manifestation is going to come in. It's going to take a little work. For some of you, it may take more work, but Spirit is saying it's definitely going to require action in order to do this particular thing in this moment that you want to do, that you want done. But it's possible because you've been given all the answers. So Spirit is saying it's time to act on it. I see the word bum. Don't be a bum this season. Spirit is putting out a lot of good energy. And I also heard Spirit is putting out a lot of good products into the ethers for you to use. All of that energy. I'm hearing all of that energetic work that is going into play. Spirit is using that to produce a whole new gang of you in this new season to do the work for this collective. Okay, so I think that last part was very specific for people who are being called to be readers, channels, psychics. So that one wasn't for everybody. But definitely, even them, is people with these spiritual gifts. They still have products and services, businesses and brandings on the inside of them that they want to produce too. So basically, Spirit is saying that was the purpose for your hermit mode. It produced your lightning bulb moment. And so now you have all the answers on how to get to what it is you want. Okay, I just heard it twice. So I know Spirit really want me to say it. Because sometimes when I hear stuff in Spirit, it'd be funny, it'd be jovial, it'd be lighthearted. So I just heard, so ride on into the sunset with your products and your goals. Because basically Spirit can just laid it out and gave you all the answers. So you don't have an excuse now. Not saying that you wanted one, because sometimes a lot of us have looked for excuses not to do something. But the truth is, the excuse was a product of fear, of failure, or something like that. But Spirit is saying it's all laid out. You have what you want in your hands, but now you have to, basically you have all the ingredients. Now you have to mix it together in a bowl. That's a required action to make it come to pass, but you have it in your hand. All the glory, all the fortune, all the fame. I see the word celebrity status. You have your answer. You have your product in your hand. You just have to mix it together. You just have to mix it together to get what you want. So go forth and do that. Okay, I'm seeing this 8 of Wands here. What is this 8 of Wands pertaining to? Okay, I heard it's incoming communication. Scholarship funds are going to be calling someone. Someone has been applying for scholarships abroad. I heard to be an international exchange student. Someone is going to be going abroad. The money is coming to you. I don't know. I hear and see the word May, so maybe there is a specific timeline for you in this. So that's very specific. But scholarship funds are coming. So all of you who have applied recently and you're going to go to, I see the word abroad this coming summer. That is very specific. Wow. Okay. I just heard goals are coming true. Usually it's dreams are coming true. I just heard goals are coming true. So maybe some of you all have a checklist. Okay. And you're not going to be left out in the cold this season like you was meaning the last few cycles of your life, of this past year. Maybe you all just went through a rough patch and had a bad season where you were left out. You didn't just feel it. You were left the hell out of whatever it is you had a right to. But not anymore. Spirit say in this season, you coming out of this. And you coming out with a bang. It's going to be a much better way made for you than what you thought you already knew you wanted and needed. There was a reason why the doors were closed on that path, or those opportunities didn't come through. There was always something better for you ahead that you couldn't see coming. Okay, so that's why you had to go through feeling hurt, lonely, left out, in the cold. It was for a greater purpose to come through, because had you went through that particular portal or door, you wouldn't be lined up or aligning up with what's about to come through. This is what I'm hearing. Ooh, that's powerful. So you go through your door when it opens up this time, but it's not going to be the same one you thought you wanted. It's going to be something better. It's going to be something new. And Spirit say, hold on to faith, hope, and courage, because it's going to get done. Whatever it was that you was trying to go through that door for, you're going to get it done, but it's going to be in a much better fashion. I see style. It's going to be done in a better way. Okay? And this 5 of Cups, many of you are dealing with and facing the regret of having to leave folks behind. This has come up in my past couple readings, but it's all for the better. It's all for you. It's all to coach you and teach you how to be better at discerning the folks that you all are going to want to have in your life, and those who you need to learn how to leave behind, or not even learn, those who you need to know when it's time to leave them behind, because they're no longer serving you, or they're disturbing your peace, or they're disrupting things for you in your life. You don't have to feel guilt. It's okay to feel it in the moment, because it's real when we detach from people that we have a love for, or people who we, have feelings for, whether it's family, close friends, or a romantic partner. I just heard, but you're about to do both. You're about to be able to get the love, the friendship. Okay, you're about to get the love and the friendships that honor you, So instead of looking at it as a loss, see it as you. I see the word sacrifice. See it as you letting go of people, places, and things in order to make space for what's coming in that's new. I just see energetically. You freed up space. That's all you did. I see a computer and a storage bank. All you did was free up space. So now you will have room to receive more new, fresh energy, good energy, people who have a chemistry with you, people who connect and align with you in an energetic way instead of just saying, oh, we blood, we're family, we've been friends a long time. That's not enough. Not on this new journey that you're on. Not when it comes to energy, vibration, and spiritual things, right? I just heard it's all about frequency. You got to get on this frequency highway, right? That certain people around you are not going to understand. But this is all about manifestation and manifesting. There's a certain vibration that you have to sustain in order to attract in what it is you want. You can't do that from a low vibration. And many of you have cut ties with people who are very low vibrational. And being around them, they brought your vibration down. Not saying that they was trying to, but a lot of low vibrational people don't even know they're low. I've been in low vibration. We all have. Until we had our spiritual awakening, none of us even knew we were low vibrational. Low vibrational is hell. If you know about a twin flame journey, how the hell do you even attract that unless you're in a low fucking space? Because all of our twin flames, if you the empath, them motherfuckers, they destroyed you. How do you draw in a person that low vibrational unless you are also low vibrational? Because your your energetic signatures matched at the time you all had your encounter or your crossing. You never would have attracted them in if you was on a high frequency. Okay? That's the same with friends and family and your loved ones. We don't ask to be birthed into our family. But you can, now that you've grown, have chosen family. You've grown. You can choose your family and your friends now. And they don't get to have a say. You get to choose. I was going to say who you want to alignment. Well, alignment kind of is, okay, it's not by choice, but it really is. You can choose to be low vibrational or you can choose to stay high. Okay? And that's going to dictate your alignment. You're going to align with what you are. Those are the rules and principles of manifestation, quantum field mechanics, just period. Excuse me, I am burped in. But basically what Spirit wants you is trying to get you to understand. Feel the emotion, it's real, go through it. But when you get ready to release it and let it go, you don't have to feel guilty because you know it was for your betterment. And that's what this is all about. Trying to level up, trying to do better, trying to be better. When you go through a process and a shift like that, it is going to require you to change your friends and your damn family. Every one of your family cannot make it to the finish line with you. That's not how this works. Everyone has their own journey. And you have to do what's best for yours. And cutting off those people were a part of that. Because for many of us, it is our very own damn family that we are born into that has corrupted us, that has destroyed us, that's hurting us. So, you'll see. A brighter day is coming. And I just heard a brighter circuit is coming to you all. Now, when I heard the word circuit, I seen circuitry, like in a computer motherboard. So I don't know what spirit is going that one, but it does, the way it feels, it makes sense. Almost like you being plugged into something better. Yeah, you're being plugged into something better. I just heard better brains, better energy. I see a socket and a plug going into it. You have literally plugged into the mainframe. So with that, energetic shift or change is going to produce a change in your surroundings and the people in your surroundings. The people that you go to, the people that you hang out with, the people you have friendships with, the people who you choose to love. It's going to change everything in your surroundings. It has to match your inner peace, like your inner core, whatever it is you are on the inside. That is what you attract. Okay? So if you're coming from a low vibration and you finally high, you are a completely new person on the inside. And now you are attracting in a world and folks and people, friends, lovers, family. I see the word chosen in capital letters. For many of you, it is chosen friends and family. It's all new. It's all new. So expect the change. I see the word momentum. Expect the change. It's speeding up. Many of you, the way your world looked last year, it is not going to look that way in 2026. It is not going to be the same anymore. It is calling you. This new earth, this new world shift thing that you are going through, your individual world, your individual universe is changing and fast. So expect all things new in this new life and in this new season for you. Okay? It's not gonna look the same. Okay, now, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I have to say what Spirit want me to say, okay? And it helps, okay? All medicine don't taste good. What I just heard is, it is going to be a new world. It is going to be all things new. But I also heard Spirit say, for some of you, it ain't going to all be good. It is not going to be good for all of you. Okay, and the reason why is because some of you refuse to do some of the work that you knew you were supposed to go through, or some of the processes you knew you were supposed to go through, and you have chosen to latch back onto old things. And that's what your world is going to produce. So if you are in an awakening, but you choose to go back to old things that you know Spirit is trying to detox you from or get out of your system, or you have new revelation that this is not good for you, it's bad, or it's maybe toxic. That's a big word that everybody latching on to. If you choose to go back to old things, then what do you think you're going to produce? Yeah, you might have a new world. It may be new people, places, and things, but they still going to be fucked up like all the first ones was in that last world you left. Like, what do you expect to produce new if you're choosing to go back to old things and the old you? It stays the same. Yeah, new people will come and go, but guess what? They all going to be on the same low vibration because that's what you're choosing to do. You're choosing to stay in a low frequency. It's your choice. No one's judging you. But this is the reality of reality. You attract what you are. So if you don't want to shift, if you don't want to change, even if you know that there's an opportunity for you, you still going to produce the same results. What do you expect? You can't expect rewards and blessings and all this good stuff us readers are talking to y'all about in this season that we all being showered with if you're not doing the work and you're not changing. You're using the same recipe. So you're going to get the same fucked up cake. I'm sorry. But that's true. And I'm trying to be gentle. I promise you I'm not laughing at anyone. I have had old stuff, it literally in the past 24 hours come back to haunt me that I really wanted. One particular lover in mind, I know he is no good for me. But do you know for a moment I actually missed that thing? And Spirit I had to remind myself why the hell it wasn't going to work. I had to go through a process of why this person doesn't fit anymore and stay the hell away because I really miss them. And you know why? Because I'm human. And once upon a time when things were good, I actually loved them. And we love people even when they go off and start treating us bad. We have to learn not to love bad people. So I had a moment today. But I chose to say what the hell I am and not go back and produce the same damn results with him. He can't come back, even if he want to. And I know why I'm keeping the door locked on it. I ain't just keeping the door locked. He blocked. He locked. He blocked. Spirit literally told me to dox this ninja from your life permanently. Spirit said, it's time for you to dox him. Just throw him in the trash. Just stop going through this. You're doing it to yourself. You're going back through the same emotional cycle on the inside because you're going to have a moment when you miss somebody who didn't give a damn about you. Okay? See, that's the difference. So you're going to have moments where your past come up and you miss old things and you will miss old people. But you have to work through that process. Allow those moments to be there for the moment because it's real. But you don't have to act on them. And you don't have to do what you know goes against your new self, your new change, this newness, this new shift, this new life, whatever it is you're going for. If you know they no longer work or there was a reason why you had to cut them off, the reason is still the same today. Leave them back there where they are in the past. Just get through the moment, snap out of it, and keep walking on. I see the words move on. Can't afford to go back to your past once you let it go. It's the reason you left it in the past. It's because it was fucking you up. It don't fit with you. There was something wrong with it. Guess what? They still jacked up today. That man ain't changed. And for you men, she ain't changed. There's still no love there. Okay? I see the word alignment. I just heard, so there's no reason for you to still clutch onto or hold on to old things once you go through that process and you remember to yourself. And sometimes you have to iterate it out loud. Why the hell did I leave this person? Mother, father, brother, sister, or lover. When you process that and go back through all those emotions and all those reasons why you left them in the first place, the reason why you need to keep them out of your life it'll be a lot easier for you to come back to the conclusion and wake the hell up before you mess around and open up a door and you let a devil back in and they take you through it. But you know what? The next time around, it's going to be worse because Spirit wants you to feel that thing. Like little kids who have to touch the stove and know it's hot. Even though we told you leave it alone 50 million times. The Spirit going to let you get to a point where they let you touch the damn stove. It's up to you. You can go through your process and your change it either way or the hard way, but either way, this is all by choice. No one is making you go on this spiritual journey or even accept the fact that you had a spiritual awakening. Yeah, you can know spiritual things and just keep moving and keep living. We have a lot of knowledge. Like, I know about Buddhism. It don't mean I want to be a damn Buddhist today, right? So it's your choice, and it don't make you a good or a bad person. But somewhere in your life, you said to yourself quietly or out loud, I want to change. And so the universe has created the opportunity for you to do that. But it's up for you to do the work and latch on and move on and keep going and actually do the work. All right? And that's what us readers are here for. We're trying to help coach you and tell you what Spirit is saying, so you'll know how to apply the new lesson. First of all, you'll get the lessons. Spirit can deal with you on your own. A lot of, all of us, we have intuition. Spiritual awakening is supposed to help wake that up. Okay? And it doesn't mean just because you have personal intuition, you've been called to be a reader. You still may not have psychic gifts, but you still have the innate intuition that a human being is born with, but it's sleep for a lot of us. But the point is this: those who have a deeper knowing and have been called to this is to help guide you and give you confirmation. So when you do get downloads, when you do get those intuitive hits, these cards, these moments where we have access to this knowledge and this information, Spirit's trying to help you move you along your way. That's why we call mediums. We are a bridge between you and the spirit world. Because not everybody can hear all the messages. Not everybody can, even when they hear messages, you still may not know what the hell that means, but it could be someone blessed with clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, and now we get an extra sense, an extra perception of that layer of information. Now we can break it down to you, and now you can know the steps in the process that you are about to go through, so you can make better choices, better decisions. That's why the biggest thing about all of this is we help you get clarity. It's all about clarity. So you'll know how to live your life. So you'll know how to make choices, better decisions. So you will ultimately know where the hell are you going and why is this happening to me. But you can get all that and still choose not to do anything with it, because your life is ultimately your choice, and it does not make you a good or bad person. There are a lot of people who had their spiritual awakening. They chose to jump on the bandwagon the first time around. Like me, I'm so happy and thankful I can say that. Because I know I'm not perfect. I could have easily been somebody who needed 2 or 3 goes around. You have other people who choose to just stay where they are. They don't respond to it. And the next time around, I see my regeneration card in my head. The next time around, you're given the opportunity again to go through that process, to go on that journey. They decide, okay, I'm going to jump on this time. So it all depends on where you are and what you want, you know. So if you ain't jumping on now, more than likely, hopefully, there'll be another opportunity later. But I'm seeing the word patterns, and I heard cycles have to complete. Spiritual cycles and patterns when it comes to human behavior and how the cosmos affect us in different times and seasons in our life. Sometimes we get more than one season to try new things. Sometimes stuff literally only come around once, okay? So do with that as you will. Okay, so let's see, 7 of Pentacles. Okay, I'm hearing many of you all are working on your journey as we speak. Okay, and you have a lot to do. You're growing seeds. He's planting. This shows the moments of the required action and the hard work. But eventually they pay off. He's got a sprout coming out the ground. Okay? So many of you are in this level of journey. You're in this phase where you're still planting. Some of y'all have sprouts coming through. And some of y'all, I'm just hearing it like this. Some of y'all don't see no rain. You don't see no sunshine. I just heard you don't have all the works that go along with your process. So that's why the sun, the wind, the rain, all the elements that it takes to fertilize I just heard it, to fertilize your going through. You don't have all the elements to make your manifestations come in because you haven't planted well, you haven't watered, you haven't applied sun, right? Even the wind and the rain, it plays a role in crops and harvesting. I'm seeing the wind. It literally blows the leaves, the plants and the trees, and I'm seeing the pollen in the small seeds being blown across a field of grass. But that's how the seeds get spread when it comes to certain wildflowers and things in nature. So even the wind has a place for it. And I just heard the wind could come basically in the form of a tower moment. Some of you are, I see the word voice, some of you are refusing to go through some of the tower moments that it takes. I heard tower moments and pain that it actually takes to go through and get this process. So you are not going to see bountiful and plentiful harvest like someone who's willing to weather the rain, the wind, the sleet, and the snow. It's not going to come through for you that way. It is not going to come into fruition until you're willing to go through all the process that it takes to go through and then get to the end goal that you want. I just heard that you want to. It's all about the details sometimes with some of these messages, but that was a very beautiful illustration, and that was not me. My messages are channeled, and then other times when I speak, it's still all guided by what Spirit shows me. I don't make any of this up. So yeah, and now I'm hearing some of you all are about to have a tower moment. I used to dread this card. But your tower moments don't all have to be bad. I just heard this is a good tower moment coming, because some of you all are finna really wake the hell up and realize who you are. I see the word self-worth. A lot of you have been, I see the word unusual. Okay, a lot of you all have been unusually proud of yourself. I see the word confidence. Some of you have never had true confidence a day in your life, but is waking up in you because of the process that you are allowing Spirit to take you through and grow you up. I see the words leveling up. You're leveling up. You're bossing up. I see the acronym CEO. Okay. I see homemade. I see homemade CEO. Okay. I see brands, branding. I see products produced. I see content. I'm just seeing random words, influencer. Now, all of those words combined, that's a career field, that's an industry. All of those words go together, okay? Some of you bossing up to be CEOs of your own homemade brand. Wow. I just heard Jamba Juice, and I know I'm probably telling you how old I am. And I love my age. Excuse me, and I love my generation. I'm a older millennial. Millennials started at 1981. My sister was born at 81. I was born, I ain't even gonna say it, but I'm an 80s baby. Anyway, Jamba Juice, I remember episode of Oprah. So Spirit say some of y'all about to be CEOs of brands pretty much that were homemade productions that blew up. Okay. Jamba Juice, this was a Caucasian man on an episode of Oprah in the 90s, and he made a fortune. He created, I think he was in the northern states. So I'm from the South. We didn't know anything about Jamba Juice because he didn't have no stores located where I was. But up north where he was from, he had actual locations with an S. He created a juice drink, kind of like Minute Maid or Capri Sun, at home in his kitchen sink, and made a fortune and ended up on Oprah. And so that was an example of a homemade brand that made a fortune, and he was obviously CEO of his company. I'm also seeing, I forget his name, but I think he was on Oprah. I love Oprah. I don't know why she coming through, because Oprah put a lot of people on blast, and as soon as they hit her show, they quadruple their shit to like the 25th power, because her audience is going to go and buy their stuff. So anyone who's lucky enough to get put on Oprah, whether it's a book or a product, she exponentially blows up their sales because she's advertising, and Oprah has an international audience, right? So the tiny house, the tumbleweed tiny house, got Jay Schaefer. He went on Oprah and talked about his tiny house. That man is definitely etched into the brains of people who love tiny house culture now. But he was the first person to ever do that, and that was a homemade idea, and it worked for him. And it was such a fascinatingly unusual thing. It landed on Oprah, and now he is the godfather of the tiny house culture. And yes, money and fortune and fame came along with that. Like, who doesn't know Jay Schaefer? So this is what Spirit is saying. Many of you have products and services you're about to produce. I see even the word content. Some of you are content producers. And it doesn't necessarily just have to be on social media. Some of you, I see the word journalism. I see backpack journalism. I see film, and I see director. Some of you, I see the word indie. Some of you are people who do have filmmaking talents and content creation talents. I also see graphic. I know for myself, I am also, one of my loves and hobbies, and something that I studied when I was in college, I'm a graphic designer, right? But I don't make my money with graphic design. That's just a good example. A lot of you have skills. A lot of you have ideas. A lot of you have things that you love, passions, even passion projects, that I see produce and product again. Some of you are going to produce something. Some of you are going to create something, whether it's indie or professional, whether you are a natural born writer or a natural born artist who didn't go to college, but you are superb, you are excellent at what you do. I heard homemade brands are going to come to the light, and people are going to pay for your product and for your stuff, and you're going to be able to produce a very viable income with that. And some of you want to break away from corporate, but you don't know how. It's in that passion or that thing that you have on the inside of you that you've been wanting to do for so long, but you haven't. I see the word resilience. Some of you, you're going to have resilience, right? You are going to have to go all in, right? I see risky movements. And I also see, I heard disappearing acts. You don't have to be afraid. I see that available opportunities that you currently now have are going to disappear just because you pour more of your time into your work or into that passion, because it's going to take work. You'll still have promotion. I see the word promotion. You're still going to have your corporate opportunities to fall back on if it quote unquote doesn't work. But we want to be optimistic here. You don't have to be afraid of falling on your face. Failure is a part of production. Sometimes there are I'm hearing that there are a lot of fashion brands who launch a season and it flops. It's just the way it is. You have many musical artists, their first album sold absolutely none, but they kept going. I see the word resilient. You have to keep putting more and more of you into your passion project in order for it to produce the results that you want. And sometimes I heard the word sadly, I hate saying that, but sometimes for people who don't have temperance, it's gonna have to take time. Okay, not everything is an overnight success. And I'm seeing Oprah. Look at Oprah. She is the first female self-made billionaire in history. The Oprah you see today was produced over time. Okay, she did not start off with the Oprah show. For those of you who are not old enough to know, because Oprah is 70 now. Her first job out of college, and to get that job, she literally quit and did not go back to college her last year of her bachelor's. She dropped out early because she got a news anchor job. She went and read for a white lady at a news station, and she was so eloquent. I still remember either she was talking about it on her show or I seen something that was talking about that. But she was like this lady, because it was back during, very racial times in America. The lady was like, I didn't know a black girl could read so well. Oprah's first job, she was a news anchor. And that, over time, then she got her break. Someone wanted her to be the host of a talk show. Somebody felt like her talent, we could use her here. So the point of this is, I see snowball effect and momentum. You all have a lot of good ideas and stuff that you want to do, but are you willing to put in the time and the resilience that it takes to get the results that you want? Because they will come, but you have to produce the snowball effect with, what is that word? With something in time. What is that word? That's a new word I've never heard. I'd have to look it up on Google. I'm not going to say it. But basically, Spirit is saying you have to have the grit to produce a snowball, okay, effect. And over time, it will become bigger and bigger. That's the illustration that I'm getting, okay? So, good tower moment. Coming to all of you for that particular purpose is to help you launch. I'm hearing soft launch. Meaning you're going to do soft launches. You're going to step your toe out in the water. It's still a launch. Okay? I just seen a story about a lady who has a hair company. Just offer her clients. She didn't even officially launch it because she was so afraid of failure. But when she looked back on her, I think 2024 year, 2025, just through her connections and her clients, because she was a hair designer, she was a hairdresser, she made $200,000 as a side hustle selling hair to friends, family, and clients without a launch. Because even though she was afraid to quote unquote publicly come out, she was still hustling and Honey was still selling hair. She was still doing the required action that it took to get the results, and she got the results without the launch because she was scared it would be a disaster. But she wound up making success because she still did the work. She still put the work in, and she still got the results without a launch. So for all of you who are planning a soft launch or a hard launch, congratulations. You're not afraid to put yourself out there, and you're willing to do the work. You will have success. Be optimistic, period. If someone without a launch could still do that because she did work, people who are bold enough to do their launch, oh, you're going to make it. That's just me. But Spirit has always told us, like, there's success in this, because Spirit is literally holding you up and making the elements literally work in your favor for whatever this is. This is our moment. Remember, the energy is just right for this. That Spirit setting you up for success. So you need to take advantage, because this portal, this window, this energy that's out right now, you know, I'm seeing the universe, and I'm seeing, like, basically, based on cosmic shifts, energy can change. Moments and portals do close. So you want to take advantage of this one. Okay, now this High Priestess card. Okay, my attention is being drawn to that dot in her forehead, which for me right now, I'm thinking of third eye intuition downloads is coming. More intuition and downloads is coming to the collective. Your third eye will be open. I'm seeing the word, I heard more advanced, and then I seen in big letters, advanced. Many of you are breaking through a mold of a clogged, I don't know what is, oh my God. I hate when this happens, but I heard it. I just heard many of you, I just heard something about a clogged artery basically being cleared. So that's very specific for someone. I'm not your doctor. If that's you, just go get checked. I ain't giving out no medical advice, but that's good. That's a blessing. I just heard heart channels are being cleared energetically. Your heart channels, heart chakra is being cleared of all the garbage. I see the word detox, and I see the word toxic. A lot of you have been in a lot of toxic relationships. The Spirit is trying to clear all that gunk out of your system, out of your soul, out of your spirit energetically. All that bad, negative energy is being cleared out for many of you who are willing to go through this process, and you're doing the healing work. So now we're talking about the healing journey. A lot of us are on a healing journey. A lot of you are getting your therapy. You're doing your meditation. You're doing your breathing exercises and stuff. You're getting your Reiki sessions in. You're exercising. A lot of people don't know, but I'm just being reminded that something that helps manifestation is movement. So yes, a daily exercise routine is not only healthy for you, your body, it's also healthy for your soul. It's motion and movement. It applies to manifestation. I'm saying the word mood. It also, look, anyone who's a real fitness junkie or someone who just loves investing in their health, when I do a daily workout, I feel better than when I started. It clears my mind. It's like a meditation when I'm on a treadmill or a bike, or many of you may like to run. Whatever it is you do, it puts you in a zone. It puts you in a meditative state for me all the time. I come out of my workouts in a much better mood than when I went in it. And for me, it helped me get through a lot of those depressive days, especially when I had toxic people around me doing things that disturbed my peace and were pulling at my heartstrings, and it was causing me emotional distress and emotional pain. Working out put me on a higher plane where I didn't feel that anymore. It literally helped me to get past the moment and get past the gunk. And sometimes it just helped me to dispel whatever the hell that emotion or that moment was that they caused for me. And maybe just the season I was in wasn't a good one. Working out helped me. It kept me in a good mood. It helped me to be happy. It helped me it helped me to keep feeling optimistic. Look, it made me feel optimistic. I literally would get out of some of my workout sessions feeling like I had hope. So that was clearly for someone, but it works. Okay. So, yeah, I'm saying the word detox again. Spirit is detoxing, y'all. In it's many ways that this could be coming across in your life. And yes, I also bought a healing journey service with a therapist or a life coach. I literally was doing everything that I could. I was doing the work to get myself in a better place mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and healthily. If that's even a word, it made sense. I was even trying to get my health on track. Because a lot of people don't realize it, but drinking sodas and eating a bad classic American food diet of cheeseburgers, hot dogs, french fries, so you eating a lot of fried foods, you drinking soda, you taking in a lot of heavy sugar intake with candy. Those foods alone and all the heavy caffeine, those are downers. They literally will lower your vibration because they put you, it's a hit on your body. It drains your energy. It can even give you mental fog. All of those things affect your emotions and your mood. Of course you're depressed. You're walking around with eating junk all day and you're not getting rid of it. You're not just not getting rid of the junk. You're adding to it every day. People who are Coke addicts and coffee addicts, any type of caffeine is a downer. Yeah, it speeds you up. But caffeine was also a very down hit for me as well. It would speed my heart up. So now I'm walking around anxious, feeling like I'm on. Damn, I gotta edit that word out for you too. But it messes you up. For me, it would speed me up like I was on some type of narcotic. But then the emotion it would leave me with after that was sad and depressed. I felt down. Okay? So it's time for us to come out of all of that. Okay? Spirit has even been dealing with me about intentionally thinking about what it is I put in my mouth. The food that I intake into my body is an important resource for me now. I don't want to just be healthy. And yeah, for people who don't know, exercising does make you healthy. It makes you fit. That has nothing to do with your health. Your health has to do with the food and the things that you put inside of your body. Working out just makes you fit. You could be fit with high blood pressure and still have cholesterol because how many of us have gotten off the damn treadmill and still had cheeseburgers, french fries, and Coke for lunch and dinner every day, all day? When I first started my workout journey, I was still eating junk. So my body was fit. I was still unhealthy, period, on the inside. I had terrible mood swings and I still had terrible sleep patterns because I couldn't sleep. How do you sleep when you're drinking Coke at 2 a.m. in the damn morning when you should be asleep? I done just spit my damn heart up. We do stuff like that to ourselves. Spirit trying to get us out of the bad habits because they do affect you spiritually whether you know it or not. Drinking a lot of heavy caffeine, Coke, soda, and coffee is a downer to your spirit. I know that from personal experience. Okay? So, okay. I heard third eye is more advanced now. So some of you need to take the knowledge and the wisdom that you gain from all these downloads and start doing something positive for your life. I see the word habits. Many of you need to start practicing good habits as it pertains to your health, your workout journeys, anything, mental health. I'm seeing mental fog, but also, okay, the mental health is separate from the mental fog. You can get mental fog from eating bad foods, but you need mental health, which is the meditation and the therapy for the soul, for your emotional well-being and your mental well-being, okay? But yeah, you can get brain fog from what you eat and drink, and that can just add and exacerbate what you're already going through mentally and emotionally. That's painful because maybe you're in a bad relationship, or maybe you have old wounds from being traumatized or abused from childhood, or even now that you're grown, okay? So Spirit just wants you, I see the word habits. Spirit just wants you to learn how to get good habits that are going to be beneficial to you. And I see the word optimistic again. Just be optimistic about your spiritual journey as well as your health journey, because it's all your life journey. Okay, that's how I got it. All right, and this last card here, the Knight of Cups. Okay. Wow, we are an hour in and I haven't even clarified any of these cards. Okay, the Knight of Cups. Okay, so I hear this. So this is an invitation from Spirit to you. It's not an incoming lover. This is Spirit. Spirit is saying you are being invited to go on this journey and have Spirit, the universe, your higher self, whatever you want to call it, hold your hand and help you to level up, to get out of the bondage that you are in, energetically, mentally, emotionally, cosmically, because maybe some of you got some bad karma you got to clear out, whatever it is. Spirit is offering you that chance for you to get on board and go through, I see, level up journey. It's real, it's possible, it's here. But you have to be the one to choose to clutch onto this. But Spirit is offering you the invitation to go through and to see what lies ahead at the end of your journey, because you're going to like results that you see. And that's the end of this reading. That was beautiful. That was beautiful.